Hey everybody, homework practice problems for Thursday, September 4th, and we're going to start off with number 5. So a lot of these involve reading the problem first and then making a table in order to put the information from the word problem into the table to help you with the numbers. So make sure you read carefully. We're going to start off with a couple of part-part ratios, so pieces of ingredients, things like that. So number 5, Mrs. Santiago. I don't know if this is the teacher from our school or not, our Spanish teacher, maybe not. It says is buying donuts for her office. Each box contains 6 glazed, 4 cream filled, 2 chocolate flavored donuts. If there were 20 total cream filled donuts, how many chocolate donuts did she buy? So what you want to do here is come up with a table and get all that information from the word problem onto that table. So we know we've got 6 glazed donuts, so we'll use a G for glazed. 6. We've got cream filled is going to be 4, and we've got chocolate flavored is going to be 2. Okay? So right off the bat, Mrs. Santiago has 6 of the glazed, 4 of the cream, 2 of the chocolate. You want to find out the total of that group. So you would add them together. That's a total of 12 donuts. Okay? So now, if she were to have 20 cream-filled donuts, how many chocolate donuts would she buy? And we want to keep the ratio the same, 6 to 4 to 2. So underneath the cream-filled column, we have to have a 20 there. And then you're looking for the relationship between the 4 and the 20. What would you have to do to the 4 to get a 20? And remember, we talked about it has to be multiplication or division. So here, we're going to use multiplication. What did we do to the 4 to get 20? Multiply 4 by 5. So now we have to do the same thing to all the other pieces. So the glazed would be multiplied by 5. 6 times 5 is 30. And the chocolate, 2 times 5 is 10. And just for, being able to have this information, we'll multiply the 12 also by 5 for a total of 60 donuts. But remember, we have to go back to the question inside the problem. How many chocolate donuts did she buy? Well, the number of chocolate donuts she bought would be 10. Okay? For number 6, it's exactly like the donut problem, except for now you have ingredients to a trail mix. And the other thing is you have 4 ingredients. Here there were 3 types of donuts plus your total. Here we're going to have 4 ingredients plus your total. So you want to make a table that involves all of the ingredients. So how many ingredients do you have? You have 4. Trail mix contains 2 cups of raisins. You've got peanuts, you've got sunflower seeds, and you've got chocolate-coated candies plus your total. So you're going to want to fill in those numbers that they give you and then be able to answer, if the large batch has 8 cups of peanuts, how many sunflower seeds are there? So that 8 is going to go in your second row. Okay, you're going to be comparing those numbers to help you figure out what you will have to multiply everything else by. You can do that work on your own. All right, so now number 7. This one's a little bit more difficult. A football coach needs to divide 48 players into 2 groups. He wants the ratio of players in group 1 to the ratio of players in group 2 to be 1 to 3, and then how many players will it be in group 2. So on this one, we don't have ingredients, we don't have food, we have football players. There are 2 groups. So to label our table, we'll label group 1. We'll have group 1, we'll have group 2, and then we'll have our total. So you might be asking, well, what would I put in here for group 1 and group 2? It doesn't really say, how many players. It says that, he needs to divide 48 players. So what you would do is take that original ratio of 1 to 3, and that's what you're going to use. If group 1 to group 2 has to be 1 to 3, that means the 1 would go under group 1 and the 3 would go under group 2. And that would be a total of 4 students. So then you could plug in the 48 underneath the total of 4 and ask yourselves, what would you have to do to that 4 to get 48? And then that should help you with the rest of it. All right, the other problems. Numbers, actually there's only one other problem, right? Number 11? You don't have to do anything else. Number 11, Rowan found that 4 out of 28 students in her class bike to school. What is the ratio of students that bike to school to the number of students that do not bike to school? Okay, so we know there are 28 students. 4 of those 28 bike. How many of them don't bike? 4 of them do. How many don't? Come up with a ratio for that. All right, so it's going to be bike to not bike. Okay, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.